Alright, Judgment, because I feel like I should do a little more than just 1 minute shit talking videos. Yeah, don't ask me. But alright, so whenever you have an experience that is pretty much dementia, but you're not on any drugs and you don't know how to explain it, what do? You go the Red Elk route. That's what you do. That's exactly what he was doing. He was just on Coast to Coast AM. I don't know if you're a Coast to Coast AM fan or not, but he was just on Coast to Coast AM, sucking up as much good karma as he could before he died so he could get his ass up there. That's exactly what Red Elk was doing. That's exactly what he was doing. Alright, yeah. That's why Red Elk showed up on Coast to Coast AM, I'm pretty sure. And if you're not a Coast to Coast AM fan, I'm sorry. And if you don't know Red Elk, I'm like, come on, dude. And that's exactly why. Because you could never tell when he was bullshitting and whenever he wasn't. And that's exactly why he did it. That's exactly why they do it. Alright, so Judgment. We're going the Red Elk with this one. Am I full of shit? Am I not full of shit? You decide. Okay, so Judgment. Jesus, the being behind Jesus, whoever he is, I have my suspicions. My deep, dark, brooding suspicions of who the fuck Jesus really is. Dionysus. Oh, did I just say that? I'm sorry. Okay, so he has nothing to do with Judgment. He is not going to get you a get out of jail free card. Alright, not going to happen. The being that is in charge of Judgment, or she might not be in charge of it, but I call her Archangel Migraine. Yeah, that's right, Archangel Migraine, because if she's pissed off at you, she will give you one hell of a headache, and she is massive. Like, her soul, like, just in soul form, she's like a foot in diameter, like, massive. She's a big girl. But yeah, Archangel Migraine, she's the one in charge of Judgment. And from what I got out of it, because this was like psychic shit, but on like 5G internet. It was weird. I was like sitting there at work, meanwhile like being on 5G psychic internet shit, fucking sucked up there, watching like just hanging out while Archangel Migraine was doing Judgment. That's what it felt like. It was like, this is like dementia, dude. Yeah, okay, we're going the Red Elk route on this one. Yep, definitely going the Red Elk route on this one. But from what I gathered, there is 3 possible conclusions to Judgment. There is a continue, which is reincarnation. So you don't do bad, you don't do good. You know, you do well enough to get a continue. So you just reincarnate. All right, you get another chance. See what you do. And then there's going up, which is, you get up to heaven, which is extremely hard to do. Extremely hard to do. They use karma, which is like, that's what most people know it as, is just karma. But it's kind of like your rating, So to get up to heaven and to become an angel, which regular souls, from what I gathered, can become angels. Like humans, you can become an angel, but you have to score like an A on your karma test. You got to score like a 90% or higher. That's what I got out of it. Okay, yeah. So like you got to do like extremely good on your karma test to become an angel. Okay, and from what I've gathered, is heaven is kind of a letdown as of right now. Yeah, it's kind of a letdown. There used to be a heaven. There used to be like that classical heaven used to be, but it was too small and people just kind of got bored of it, and they were all like, I'm too cool for you. I'm too cool for you, because it was kind of small, because you're still like, at the time they had bodies up there, so like you'd go into a body, your soul would go into a body and possess it, and you'd go walking around heaven. But it was small because fights would break out, and people being people, shit happened, so they'd have to like break up fights, so it got shut down. It's kind of like 2 dudes on the opposite side of a war somehow make it to heaven. And what do you think? Do you think they're going to get along up there? No, they're not, This guy was a Hittite and this guy was Egyptian or whatever, and Battle of Kadesh happened. They're not going to get along. They're going to get up to heaven and be like, fuck you, oh! Even though they're in heaven, so yeah, heaven got shut down. Used to be, but it got shut down. So right now, upstairs is kind of a disappointment. Work in progress. Something needs to get worked on. And if you ask me, there needs to be an angel heaven, like in an employee heaven. You know, you're just the visitor. Screw you, guy. Like, who are you to think you deserve a heaven? Well, the angels don't got nothing to go. Well, so selfish. Humans, they're so selfish. Come on, we are. Like, seriously. So yeah. So I think that's the direction it needs to go in. Is angels need an employee break room. Screw muggles. And then the third option is down. So yeah, and I sat there and I listened, because that's kind of what it turned into. It was kind of just like Archangel Migraine was sitting there judging people, and the ones that got sucked down into the underworld, it was quite simple, actually. Like, the responses before, when they figured it out, were quite simple. It was, the responses were usually fuck no or shit no. That's all it was. It was either fuck no or shit no when they figured out that they were getting sucked into the underworld. It wasn't that complicated. Like, that's what people say when they get found out, apparently, is fuck no or shit no. And yeah, a couple females got sucked down. It was mostly males, though, to be honest. There was one that was like, oh my fucking god, and that was a female, but that might have been whenever she first popped up in front of the judge. I'm really not sure on that one, but yeah, it was quite simple. It was usually fuck no and shit no, and that's what, from what I gathered, people say when they get found out for who they really are. And their worst nightmare happens, which is getting sucked down to the underworld. So yeah, there are three possible options. There's a continue, which is you get to reincarnate. There's a up, which means you get to go visit heaven until you get bored, or if you did that good on the karma test, become an angel. Yeah, that's a possibility. And then there's down, which is, man, you fucked up. You really, really suck. You really, really suck. So there's your three, okay? You get an up, you get a continue, and you get a down. Alright, that should be good enough.